This is Lobotomy Corporation. This is a game that was suggested by Avery, so thank you to her. It's an... I hesitate to call it an SCP-like, because it's not at all like the SCP games that are out there. It is more like the SCP of the wiki, which is to say, it's all about you containing creatures and studying them and learning from them. So we're going to start from day one. So there's some stuff going on in the background that I'll try to explain as things go on. That's our building AI. She helps me out, and she's really cool. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to engage these creatures like in sort of communication of a sense. They don't really talk or communicate in a way that we understand, but we can still interact with them in a certain way. And if we do that, we get energy from them. And the more we learn about these things, the more we learn about what they like, the more energy we can get from them using our staff. Energy is pretty much the name of the game here. So you always start out with one sin and hundreds of good deeds. It feeds on the evil that seeps out during conversations between people. Hello, X. It's Angela. I give you a warm welcome to Lobotomy Corporation. I'm Angela, your advisor and secretary. My role as an AI is to assist you in adjusting to your new workplace. Please have no worry in speaking with me or asking any questions. I was born from one of the wings of the world. It signifies that I am one of the best to exist in this age. However, there is a great difference between us. I am bound here. I cannot go wherever I please like you do. The color of my hair is that of the morning sky after a light shower. The tone and shape of my voice is taken from the wisest person in the world. Lastly, my face is picturesque as the person who had the most beautiful smile. Ha ha ha, don't worry, that was a joke. There can be no such person on this earth. My appearance was designed with the attractiveness to the largest number of people possible in mind. Well, you are duty for whatever that's worth. If the way I look is pleasing to your eye, then I am working as intended. Moving on, all kinds of new algorithms and features were developed, inscribing a new chapter in the history of artificial intelligence, and I serve the company. In search of a solution, we happened to stumble upon the mysterious beings who we dubbed Abnormalities. Then we figured out that energy could be harvested from these abnormalities via a special method. And you don't have to worry about anything more specific than that. The AIs, the concept becomes so commonplace that they are seen used everywhere in this day and age. I am quite different in comparison to the rest of the pack. That is, I can closely imitate human emotions. This is not a simple task, as emotion is a highly sophisticated originally biological system that is substantially more unpredictable and complex than any other. Our facility is a huge one, and even I would have trouble managing it on my own, so someone determined that there should be an AI to assume head control of each department. If I were to be considered the cerebrum, it would be the cerebellum. Naturally, of course, I should be your most trustworthy and capable companion among all the AIs. Well then, shall we greet her now? The memories of all the Sephiroth are synchronized. Okay, so this is where the game becomes spectacularly its own thing, and I really appreciate that. So much like SCP, there's a lot of verbiage and terminology that is extremely unique to this game. And if you don't kind of have a head for words or the thesaurus over to the other side telling you what all these mean, it can be really confusing. I'll try to go through as much as I can remember, but it's been a while since I played. This does use a sort of Dead Rising style New Game Plus system where you can at any time just quit out and start back over at the beginning of the game with all of the stuff that you've already unlocked ready to go. Chat is correct. Note the game uses original creatures called Abnormalities, most likely for copyright reasons. Yes, there are some very obvious parallels being drawn between this game and SCP, but don't worry about it. It's really its own thing once you get past that surface layer. So we're going to start with the control team. Hello, manager. Each day we'll need to expand one department. Are you ready to open up the control department and begin managing abnormalities? Yes, because otherwise there's no game. So one sin and 100 good deeds is already pretty much as known as it can be. Because you get this guy starting out, he's very much like you pick him apart over the course of the game. So his real name is Zayn. One sin and hundreds of good deeds. We can learn about each of these. One sin is not always your first abnormality. You can get a different one. This is the bug, though. Oh, I did not realize that. Thank you, clever retort not found. I didn't realize that. I've always gotten one sin. So you can see, we've already unlocked like everything about one sin. You can see what this one likes to work with. You can see we've got weapons and armor from the entity, from studying the entity. We can also read about one sin's kind of backstory. So it's really cool. There's like a whole universe of lore going on here. Okay, so the only ego equipment I have right now is pretty much Zayn's, I think. There we go. Ego list. Oh, I've got some stuff from Teth. Or no, not Teth. Is this the... Yeah, this is the grade. And I believe it goes from Zayn to Elf. You did not get very far that good. Yeah, I kept restarting because I was paranoid whenever I lost somebody. And then I've got Zayn and Teth items. So let's give Gabriella... Get the suit. Oh, wait, hang on. You have to do it from here, I think. Yeah, here we go. Gabrielle, get over there. Oh no, I've forgotten how to equip stuff. I might not be able to do it. You also keep your mission progress and research when you do day one restart. And that's why I didn't get very far, because every time I lost someone, I was like, there we go, it's not clicking drag. Thank you. Clever retort. Every time I lost somebody, I was like, nope, start over. Sorry, losers. Okay, so Gabriella is as armed as she can be, and I'm gonna hire... Yeah, I'm gonna hire 2 more folks. See, that's why it's confusing, because there's click and drag on here. And I'll give them the Zayn stuff. I think I have a spare... Yes, I do have a spare Whack 'em Bonk 'em. Because I am not afraid to completely scrap everything if it means... Okay, Gabriella, you go here. Pop, and pop. There we go. Everyone is happily loaded out for bear. And we can begin management. This is the management screen, basically. I'm still kind of mystified by the whole process. We're going to pause before anything bad happens. So, this is the quota that we need to fill. Basically, we're going to talk to or interact with one sin right here. And he's going to give us energy. The maximum amount of energy you can make is 40. And we only need 15 for the day. So I'm going to pick him. I'm going to pick his, there we go. I'm going to pick his work card. Look at the diagram on the back wall. Zoom on the control team regenerator room, and then look at the diagram on the back wall. I see this. This appears to be some sort of map. So we're going to look at one sin's work card, and we can see that the work preferences here, one sin really likes attachment, and he really doesn't like these other ones like instinct and repression. So we're going to be doing an attachment work order for him. And because these are all kind of like little baby recruits, their chance of success is pretty much identical across the board. So we're going to pop, and the agent is en route. If anything bad happens, we can recall everybody. Where is my music? Why is it so quiet? Did I talk too much? There it is. There's the music. All right. And these are all the tests we're doing. Gabriella's in there working hard. This is the breakout Quillipoth meltdown level. When this goes bad, basically one of the abnormalities is like, once this fills up, we're going to have an abnormality get out, and it seems like it's pretty much inevitable that that happens. I haven't found a way to repress it, though. Somebody else might be more experienced with this game. Could tell me otherwise. So this is pretty much it, like this XCOM style base situation of sending little dudes out to do various jobs. You're going to be jumping across like a bunch of different abnormalities as you play. Right now we're just doing one sin. I think it's one abnormality is unlocked per day, in addition to one group of workers. Again, XCOM style, you really shouldn't get too attached to your little dudes. I've had a couple of dudes like talk to, like I remember one specifically made me restart because she walked in, started talking to this like big ball of eyeballs. The eyeballs all went whoop and looked at him, and then they just disappeared in a flash of light. And I was like, fucking where'd the agent? The agent was gone, just dead. But we got the energy that we needed, and we didn't lose anybody. So that is an S rank, baby. And we can continue on to the next day. We can continue on to the next day. There we go. It was behind my microphone. All right, now we can pick the next one. So as you can see, this one that we don't know anything about at all just has this ID number that basically is like, okay, what the fuck could this be? Nobody fucking knows. We've already seen open can of Welch ears, so we have at least a little bit of information on them. Because LP funsies, let's pick one of the ones that we don't know. People who committed sins since long ago. Why do they commit sins, knowing it's wrong? She was so talkative before, yet in the end, loneliness was the only listener. Let's go with the sin situation, because we've got one sin already. Maybe they'll be friends. Face the fear, build the future. That is the motto of our founder. The one we refer to as A. I certainly hope that, I'm not X in that same line of succession. Good day, manager. Would you like to expand the control department? Yes, because I have no other choices. So I don't know if there's if the game is kind of like Dead Rising, expecting you to hit a certain difficulty threshold and then restart, or if it's expecting you to kind of like be able to guide your way along the difficulty threshold as you play the game and just restart if you want to make the beginning part easier. Regardless, we have 3 LOB points, which means we can hire another little basic baby agent. We can also use LOB points to upgrade people. Because Gabriella's our best equipped right now, we're going to attempt to strength. There it is. We're going to strengthen your temperance because we know one sin likes that a lot. And we're going to increase your fortitude because I like fortitude. That being said, we should probably load out Mary with something better than just that basic baton. There we go. Let's begin our management. Okay. And immediately, pause. This is a bird with blood on it. We know nothing about this sucker. So what we need is we need to get unique PE boxes, which is the energy that we're gathering. Once we get enough unique PE boxes, we can start buying stuff related to this particular abnormality. And you can see as we increase our observation levels, we get more and more benefits for doing so. So there's always a good reason to go back and say like, okay, monster, We already know this about you. Let's continue learning. Or once you've really nailed down what the abnormality is going on, like one sin, you can really pump it for reliable amounts of energy. That being said, Gabriella is going to be having a working relationship with one sin because we increased her attachment. And because this is the first time, we're just basically going to be picking at random. So let's watch and see what happens. Because we already know one sin. We like one sin. Everything about one sin is under control. This guy, however, this bird, very dangerous. So I guess it is the bird, and the branch is just something we brought along with it. It didn't really like that. We're gonna give the bird a minute to cool off. Gabriella, get back in there. However, now we have 7 of these guys, so we can see. We already saw Instinct was kind of not really great. So we're going to try Insight. It likes Insight. We're going to send an Insight worker over there and see how things work out. So you have a 1 in 4 chance the first time to really, oh, it doesn't seem to be super stoked. Oh, there's a meltdown somewhere. The meltdown is over here. Is there anything we can do to this meltdown? I don't know what to do. Luckily, there's a Manuel somewhere. Works completed with containing units in a Quicklook meltdown. 0 bait. Okay, I guess just go in there and talk to it again. So you have a 1 in 4 chance of getting enough PE boxes the first time you interact with an abnormality to unlock the next one, and then you have a 1 in 3 chance to find one that it likes if the first one was not one that it liked. Are you upset? Oh, okay, so I can just stop a Quicklook meltdown by just walking over and be like, hey, cut that shit out, please. I'm begging you to stop. Well, the bird was really fucking stoked about this, so let's get its basic information. It's a small bird. It's possibly the most dangerous creature we have in our organization's facilities. It's a tiny bird. It's killed hundreds. Alright, let's wrap this one day. And using the boxes to upgrade the knowledge card about the abnormality does not cost you energy. So you can do that midday without losing anything. It's a good day. Are you still shy today? Dude, your little angel is gnawing on our colleague's finger. All of these look terrifying. Let's pick this one. We're not going to see it in this episode. You'll have to play this game for yourself. So that is Lobotomy Corporation. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please remember to follow me on Twitch, subscribe to me on YouTube. And once more, shout out to Avery for suggesting the game. You can find more information of this game in the description below this video. You can find me on social media at the CJanger on Twitter and Mastodon, facebook.com/S15studios, s-15studios.itch.io, where you can find all of my tabletop games that I've written, including Delirium, which if you like weird monsters, you'll enjoy Delirium. And lastly, you can find me on my personal website, s-15studios.squarespace.com, where you can find everything else that I've been, including articles and short stories like the recently released Lord of Vermin. So go check that stuff. Go check all that stuff out. Let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Once more, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will see you next time.